Hey, Gut Fox here. Today we have the Muttmen podcast once again, joined by my friend, the Texas Boy. How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going great. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. It's number 52, which signifies 1 year, and that's the reason we didn't have one last week, because I was out of town, and Texas didn't want to take the anniversary pod, even though I told them, it's yours, man. You have the 1-year-old. You take it.
I don't want the kid just yet. Like, we're still in a courting phase. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the kid likes me.
Oh,
so
okay.
I wanted to make sure that the kid was on with you and you're right in the family, and before we make this decision, that's what I want to happen there. And I think the kids might appreciate it. That.
I do think. Yeah, I think the kid really enjoys you, though. I think it's really grown attached to you.
Hope so.
It's great. Yeah, 1-year-old.
I'm sticking around.
I mean, what does 1-year-old know? They're still pooping in their pants and stuff. So, anyways,
they ask the greatest questions in life, man.
They're also brutally honest. Can they talk by one?
I wouldn't. No, they can do mannerisms and point and laugh and do stuff like that where it makes you feel bad about yourself. Yeah. Damn. Point at you and do they go try to think of an example, like the Pillsbury Doughboy point at you and point at the TV. That's you? Like, oh no, she just roasted me.
Savage.
That's so mean. Why? So they can do stuff like that. They're pretty funny.
I got you. That's kids tell the truth. I'll be honest. Asktom hashtag. The Mutt EA Sports on Twitter had an Ask Tom session talking about specifically Mutt. Really good stuff. It happened a couple weeks back, almost like a day after we recorded our podcast and put it up live.
Yep, damn those guys for not considering us and doing this on a Tuesday. This has been perfect. But no, they got to do it on a Wednesday because they didn't want us talking about the hard-hitting issues that they asked questions about.
Yeah, they didn't want us getting into their grill all up in that. So You had a pretty strong opinion on that. I just searched in Twitter, hashtag #AskTom. There was a lot of feedback from the community. A lot of, I want to say big names like Cookie Boy, Toke. A lot of them got in on it. I saw Wheels got a question answered too. What is your general impression of the #AskTom and how it worked?
So before it started, when they announced this on that following that Tuesday night, I was like, this is dumb. Because they're not going to answer any of the questions that we want them to answer. Because basically the things that everybody wants answered is, when are you going to fix this issue with the game? What are pack odds? Why is this broken? Why is this not working? It's just stuff they weren't going to answer. But I like that they're trying to be more transparent. And when they actually did it, when they actually got to that night and they start asking questions, I'm like, oh, this is not going well at all.
Yeah,
this did not suit anybody. All they did was just answer a few questions and get about Twitter.
Yeah, I know it's tough on Twitter. They said it a couple times. It's tough to get the proper responses in 140 characters, but they answered, what do you say, 20 questions or so, maybe more, maybe closer to 30 now that I'm looking at it. They weren't bad questions, and I don't know how EA could respond differently. They're obviously not going to give us the pack odds. For some reason, that's something that, unlike the lottery, they don't want to hand out that kind of information. They might not trust us with that information because, in the end, we're all kids, or just kids at heart, and we get angry. But I think the most interesting one was the Toke Nasty. Our goal is to make every player feel unique. That's one of the biggest criticisms I think we have this year as players, that these players don't look unique at all. It's been a big thing, bugaboo for us. This year, we limited ratings to 99, and that had an impact. Now, that's a fair point. If they expect this game to stretch, they were putting out cards last year in August. We're, 5 months away from that? What month are we in? March? April, May, June, July? 5 months away.
Close.
Yeah. So we're going to get golden tickets that are going to be max stats. And then by July, we're going to be getting season stars with 99s across the board. Or maybe, who knows. So do you think, what do you think of EA's limiting them to 99? Because, like I said, I've said this before in the podcast, that I blame Clickwood and you with that, because you proved over 100 didn't matter. And how do you think EA solves that? What do you think EA can do?
But first, we talk about this statement they made. It said our goal is to make every player feel unique. That is, This year we limited ratings to 99. That contradicts what they're saying, because they're not making players feel unique. Everybody's the same.
Yeah.
They're clones. The fact that that Antonio Brown that came out looks just like his Ultimate Kid Master. You got +1 here, +1 there. If you want every player to feel unique, Stop releasing players with the same ratings. How you fix that? Stop limiting caps to certain numbers. So that doesn't make any sense to me. I felt like what they said right there was what they've been preaching this entire year. Maybe that's what their what do you call it? Their motto was at the beginning of the year. Let's make every player feel unique, and then in practice, it just didn't go the way they wanted it to.
Yep.
That statement doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Yeah, and Oh, go on. Sorry, go ahead.
I was say, but the way they can fix that is to just, I don't know, release less players. Like, don't get so much into the content. Like, the content's good, but sometimes it can be an overload. And as much content dropping, you're bound to repeat and drop the same cards with plus ones here, plus ones there. So if they don't, but that affects their bottom line if they don't release content every day, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, bud. I need them to release content frequently. I love it. I really like it for us hardcore players. What they can do instead of not releasing players and limiting their releases, I think they can pull like. So I just got the MLB The Show, and I've been pretty into that. And MLB The Show, I always thought this had pretty good ratings. Like Victor Martinez. Guess what Victor Martinez? He's a first baseman. What is speed in MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty is?
Usually first basemen are bigger guys. Like I know Prince Fielder's the first baseman.
Yep.
Was it Albert Pujols the first baseman? I don't know anything about baseman. I just know that usually if you're on first base, you're not fast typically. Yeah. So my guess is like, who's the fastest guy over there? Probably is it Bryce Harper? No, it's probably that guy from the Houston Astros.
Billy Hamilton. Billy Hamilton is the fastest in the game with a 99 speed.
Billy Hamilton. No clue who that guy is.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna guess like probably 50s, just based off of
his speed is 11.
Okay, so it's much lower than
So that's something Madden can do. There's nothing wrong with having 11 speed. There's nothing tying them to that. Like that's something that's, like for the base game for Madden. I think they should keep the ratings the same for like the franchise as they have it right now. Mm-hmm. But like for Mutt. I don't know. Their engine runs on one rating set, I bet. So it'd be tough to give a guy in Mutt 11 speed or make the lineman down that low in speed and then increase it from there. Like, see, that's a difference in speed going from 11 to 99. Yeah. So that's something Madden can easily take into account to make these cars feel better. And then look at the amount of ratings, like the potential increase from 11 to 99 through the whole year. So that's my suggestion they do.
I would like to see that. I just don't know exactly how we as a community would receive that, because then there'll be certain guys that are faster than others that they just don't get the ratings right on, which may cause some issues. Yeah. Because speed is the main thing over here in this game, but it's kind of funny because in real life, speed is not all that it makes you be a great receiver. But over in Madden, they don't have the coding yet to make these guys who are game breakers be able to like break the game. Because Chris Johnson was all speed, he was good, but there's guys like Darius Hayward-Bay who's all speed, was terrible.
Yeah,
but if they're over in Madden, they're the same player. They can both be great. That's weird to me.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, they've got a ways to go with balance in their game and making their other like I don't know, surrounding stats matter as much as speed, and that's a big thing we fight every year. And I think it used to be a lot worse than it is now, but it's still pretty bad. I mean, I still look at speed as a number one on any card except for offensive linemen.
Well, guards, because if you're doing a lot of those toss plays,
true,
speed works out amazing. But yeah, with any position, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, safeties, cornerback, speed is always going to be the end of it's always going to be what it requires. It'd be kind of interesting to see a guy that has like good speed, and a guy that has high man. A guy with high man should probably play better man coverage, but in this year's game, that's not the case. You can have 99 man, 80 speed, and still play it terribly, but a guy with 99 speed and 80 man plays it better. It's weird.
Yep. It's weird. It's like
shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, Richard Sherman made a career off of not being the fastest, but still being able to be technically sound and winning with press coverage. All right, so that Asktom, any other thoughts on it? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I'd suggest if people haven't seen it, going back to March 17th on the EA Sport at EA Sports _Mutt on Twitter and taking a look at all of his responses to the questions. They're pretty interesting stuff. Any other thoughts?
Well, yeah, I think all this stuff is just generic answers, though, because my man Mark, the 619, he asked the question. He said, yo, why the sudden change this year to flashback sets, etc.? And what he means by that is why we got flashback sets, not flashback packs that gives you players. Their response was, it was always our intention to transition to campus heroes as we moved into the offseason.
So he just didn't...
He didn't read the question, or he had a generic answer. This was kind of maybe the closest Asktom question that he could answer to that. Didn't even answer his question. He just completely just didn't pay attention to it. And then later on, he said each year we're looking for ways to keep programs fresh. You like last year's version better? Question mark. So
I gotcha.
like a lot of these questions just like I just didn't feel like this was a helpful event. All I felt like this thing announced was, one, we're gonna get coin bundles for like maybe a week. Two, we're getting a new competitor set, and three, what your opinions? What's your wish list? That's pretty much all I took from like what they asked. Is like I didn't really get anything else out of this. That was that's pretty informative. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I know there's you gotta have PR speak and stuff. And here's the thing, I don't want to kill them for this and the generic answers, because I like that they're actually doing it. Like, so I like say if Tom's listening to this right now, Tom, thanks, that was great. Love that you
appreciate you put yourself out there, Tom Latch, whatever your name is. And you did this because we did not get any of these questions when Guru was the account manager for this. And I like more information. Information was terrible, but I like more information. If that's a good compliment to say.
Yeah, I get, yeah, it's progress, right? And like here's the thing, like, so they're gonna do an AMA on Reddit. Here on the Mutt subreddit. I talk about the Mutt subreddit a lot. I'm a subreddit slut, but it's kind of cool because we'll have another chance to ask him just Mutt questions. I know he's not doing a gameplay one because he's not a gameplay guy, because there's a lot of different gameplay questions we can ask, but that's Rex. Anyways, they're doing it. I don't know. I think the Mutt mods and the Mutt subreddit's going to announce when they're going to do the AMA, Ask Me Anything with Tom. It's probably going to be Ask Me Almost Anything. AMA. Wait, no. AMA. Ask me anything. Yeah. So he's going to do that on subreddit. I screwed that up. But anyways, so look for that in the future. Let's move on from the Ask Tom. Like I said, interesting stuff there, to the all-rookie promo that came out. Both the offensive and defensive sets dropped. What did you think about the solos?
I actually really enjoyed the solos because if you play the solos and knock out the objectives, even though you had to play other solos to get the objectives knocked out, because typically what they try to let you do is go into the solo, knock the objectives out, and then you get basically a free elite, which is pretty cool. But this time you had to actually go and play different ones because you were on defense for the first offense one, so you couldn't get the offensive objectives knocked out. It was a weird thing there. But other than that, I really enjoyed the fact that it gave you just enough collectibles. If you're lucky enough to pull an elite out of one of those reward packs, you should go out and buy one collectible. That's my phone false. But this time, 30 collectibles, and you basically got yourselves an elite going from about 50K to 260 for that Jordan Howard. I really enjoy the solo challenges. It rewarded solo grinders, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's great. And it's weird. They are, like I've said this a few times, they are doing pretty good job this year on solos, but the packs, they've absolutely thrashed that market. The all-rookie packs, again, were trash for me.
They're so bad. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand why like you can basically just play a solo for an hour and a half and you get an elite player, but if you spend your hard-earned money that you made at a job, more than likely, and you basically get nothing out of that for your money. That's weird to me.
Yeah. So kids, don't work for your money. Go steal it. It's better reward.
Yes.
Crime pays. Don't work. Hey, so yeah, it does seem, I don't know. I think that was another thing in the Ask Tom where packs and pack odds, and he did say something like, we don't want people to be disappointed in packs. What was his follow up?
That's a lie.
Yeah. They don't want it. They don't want us to be, but we are. Like,
no, they have to have. People have to be disappointed. That's kind of how that works. Like, everybody can't get a good thing, which is not what everybody wants. We just don't understand how. Like, all right. So me and Vick have been doing this bingo and pack war thing for about like a month and a half. So I still have yet to pull a season star player out of a pro pack. I pulled more season star players and collectibles out of the solo pack than I have out of pro packs. And I pull a lot of pro packs. So people got me disappointed because otherwise everybody's getting good things out of it. So it's kind of a lie, but I understand what you can't basically say everybody can win. But don't lie to me. Just don't answer that question at that point. If you're gonna lie, don't answer that question. Because you're putting yourself in a bad situation there. Because if you don't want people to feel disappointed in packs, make better packs. But you won't do that because again, that affects money, it affects the economy, it affects all these things that you don't want to, that you try to keep in a certain balance. So I don't know why they're lying about that.
Yeah, I see with packs, it's so tough because on one hand we want a good pack experience, we want good cards to come out of them. On the other hand, we don't want those cards to only go for 5K. So how do we reward pack buyers? I've always said the toppers are huge. I like toppers. I like the Schefter Stars were great stuff too. But like out of the packs, I just opened 80 some MLB packs, and I pulled probably worse stuff than I pulled in Madden when I opened those packs. I guess actually probably similar. Now if we look at overalls, I think my highest overall pull out of those 80 MLB packs was like an 86. So that's probably similar to my opening day experience where I pulled
yeah, that's probably true.
1 or 2 base elites in the Madden. So at least between 2 different game companies, Sony, San Diego, and EA, their packs are equally bad. So there must be a sweet spot there that we don't know about in the community that has them that way. But anyway,
it probably has to be a sweet spot. I just don't think that. I just think it's the worse the pack odds are, the better it is for business because it requires people to spend more money, more coins, which then it drains stuff from you. So like if the packs were flying stuff out every single time, nobody's pulling packs no more. Everybody should go to the auction block and buy cards.
Yeah,
the worse the packs are, the more likely you are to buy packs to get that one good pool that goes for 1 million coins as opposed to going for 200,000 coins.
It is a weird point though. Like when you say 200,000 coins, and do you think the shift towards all these limited time cards this year has made packs overall worse? Like just pulling them on random days. Like if you're not pulling on Saturday, you're basically making a mistake.
Well, the limited time cards, like this week, for example, I don't know why they have the limited time cards, especially. I don't think it's the pack. I just think it's the milestones that are probably ruining it.
Let's get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think it's the week. It's the days of the week because basically before they had limited time cards on Monday, they had the Hopeful Outsiders on Friday, and they also extended that to Saturday too. Back in the day, and you basically pull just on Saturday just because you get the legends and packs. And so I don't think it's anything to do with the limited times being in packs on weekdays going into the weekends.
Okay, so that just makes pulling packs during the week worse. But that's what I was trying to get at. But I see what you're saying. And then, okay, silver tickets coming out with that whole. What's the implication if they put silver tickets back in this game? What card are you gonna ask for in a silver ticket? Because all the good ones are limited time.
I mean, the only one you can ask for if they let you ask for. I think last year you could ask for. Could you ask Ultimate Master cards last year?
No master sets or limited time cards. Set Vick.
But if there's 10 tickets, set Vick would then go down. I think. This is tough. Like I think it has to be set Vick because there's not any other guys over here in this game, 99 overall, that's going for that much.
Yeah.
But can you ask for a 1 million coin quick sell?
I think it has to be. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Like, can you do that? Like, is that an option? That's guaranteed coins.
Yeah.
You actually any card over here in this game? I said I'll be getting 1 million coin quick sell.
Yeah, if they say card or if they say player, yeah, card for sure.
Or they'll say item though, because they don't say cards because of that whole pack odds thing that they have.
Oh.
So I wonder if you could do that because it would have to be set Vick. Well, actually, could it be set Vick though? Because he's not in the game anymore. Like technically, quote unquote, like you can't get his card no more.
That's a good point too. If they can't generate new set Vicks,
they probably I don't know because they removed the set out of the game. So if you go to the auction block and buy the entire players and try to collect it, you can't do that no more because the set's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we'll get, and the most expensive card over here in this game that's not limited is Brian Dawkins maybe I don't even know.
Yeah, I'd probably if you pull it on a Saturday, you probably want that set Ultimate Legend that Saturday, but they probably won't get it to you for like a week or so.
Or it might be one of those weeks where it's like both set legends are trash.
Oh yeah,
like both be like 500,000 coins after combined. But yeah, I think the most expensive card in this game that's not limited might be the Vick. And then if 10 people ask for the Vick because he's the most expensive guy over here in this game, then his price will probably go down. Well, I don't think it'll go down as much, but that might be the only guy you'd be able to ask for if they let you ask for that guy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's it really. I mean, maybe I'm looking at all of them. They're all limited time. I guess competitor Earl Thomas would be a good one.
I forgot those cards existed.
Yeah, those competitive cards that just released might be the ones to get because they've shot up in price. It's crazy. We'll get to the competitive cards in a little bit. All right, so and then finally on the all rookie promo, 25 gold players. You can exchange it for one all rookie offensive player. Did you like that set? I know you said you farmed it.
What? Who said that?
Not you.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a hidden. Damn it! I got these loose lips. I got these loose lips over here.
They gonna take it out of the game now. But yeah, back on that set, I really enjoyed this because like these cards don't need to be as rare as they make them out to be. These cards at the end of the day need to be played with. And so I was cool with 25 gold, and it really wasn't like you were getting a good value. Like you make coins no matter what, because the gold cards are about 1,000 coins. You could put them in the set. You get 25,000 coins for a 40K card at minimum. So it wasn't like it was like your coins were being lost. Jordan Howard maybe went down 20K, but it really wasn't anything that affected the market as much. It just made the set much easier to get that. What's that boy's name? The Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
So I was cool with it.
You could almost get one if you like farmed enough accounts, right? You can get a whole Ezekiel.
If you do the solo challenges on 5 accounts and you do this on 5 accounts, you're good to go. You get the Zeke for free.
Nice.
But I was kind of annoyed though, because if you built your team, then the prices did kind of go down on some of these cards from 60K to 40K.
Yeah,
so kind of lost a lot of coins there.
I mean, we're kind of used to that as MUT players, prices going down. It just seems like since I don't know what's the date, but it's been a few weeks. Even with these promos that we got in like the all rookie, prices have gone up. It feels like on a lot of cards.
Well, it's kind of weird too. I think it's because I don't know why the price will go. I feel like it's because there's not much you can do other than just build teams at this point.
Yeah.
Because pulling packs is what it is. Like you'll get the cards, you get the cards. But a better way to spend your coins is just build your team. And with them trying to get overall master, a lot of people go out and buying certain cards for that, which then I hope make those cards a little more expensive. Like Burton, for example, Burton went from playing like 150 to like 400K just because of that set. So or because of that solo challenge.
Oh, geez.
I want to say it's because of stuff like that where people are just starting to build teams now, build their favorite teams, build theme teams, build all-time teams. Just because there's not much doing Madden right now. After they draw Ultimate Master, that was pretty much the end of Madden. That was pretty much the end. Like there's still stuff they'll do to keep you interested over here. But like after that drop, that's basically solidifies. Like there's nothing else that they're going to be able to do over here.
Yeah, and I guess golden tickets would be it. That's all I'm looking for.
Well, that's more pulling packs though. That's more of the pulling of the packs. Like there's nothing you can do as a grinder anymore other than just pull packs.
Yeah, I get you. We'll get to the golden tickets in a little bit.
Yeah.
So with that, that's a good point. So do you think that has why a lot of people are kind of abandoning this game? I mean, is it because the Ultimate Master dropped and it's kind of just that time of year and kind of people getting bored of it, or do you think people are leaving it more en masse now than normal?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of the both. I think it's people are leaving the game because other games are out right now. I mean, this is probably one of the best releases of games we had in recent years. You got Mass Effect that just came out.
That's a good point.
I know you're playing now. I don't know, but you got the show now, so I don't know how you're going to spend your time between Madden, the show, and Mass Effect. Then you got what game came out? Halo Wars, that was out. You got that
Zelda
game. Zelda, that game. Well, F the Switch. Scam console for right now. But there's a lot of stuff that's out right now that just is getting people pulling away from it. And I think people are starting to realize, I can go do something else right now. Since Madden football season's over, you're not really getting you're not got to keep up with the season anymore. You don't got to keep up with these cards. You can pretty much hop on. A player you like comes into the game, pick them up for your team, hop back off, go into a different game. So I think it's just a combination of everything going around right now, which is influencing people to go do something else.
That's a really good point. This is probably like, I don't remember a year or a season around this time of year that's had that many great games come out. I mean, this is crazy.
It's funny too, because like usually games that are good drop like November, which is like dumb. Like, why are you dropping November? This is school time. But yeah, this is one of the few what I guess it's like third quarter. No, this is like first quarter, right? Because this is how they go. Like first quarter release of games that are just like really good.
It depends on the business, but I guess if they go by calendar year, you'd be right. Yeah. Like I know they've released in November. The obvious reason is for Christmas and people spending a lot of money for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so maybe that's it. But it feels like why is every Madden YouTuber jumping to MLB or 2K right now?
Well, I know MLB is because of the quick views. Because I don't know if a lot of these guys watch baseball or care for baseball. I mean, baseball's average age is like 55. So I don't think like a lot of these YouTubers are like 20. So it can't be because they like baseball. It can't be because I think it's because they want to get the initial quick surge of hits on their channel for doing something. And also because it's something different. Like, I don't mind them going and trying to play something that they haven't did before. Just try it out, see if they like it, and it just keeps you. I don't want to say. It doesn't keep you busy. It just keeps you doing something different.
Different, yeah. Okay, well, so I'm more in tune with the Madden, I don't know, community than I was last year at this time, 52 episodes ago. Or it does feel like last year was 16. Like, this was the hype with the golden tickets upon us. I mean, I know golden tickets came out on March 20th last year, and it's March 29th right now. 30th.
Oh, they came out that early last year?
Yeah, they were in packs on the 20th.
So we had them. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so
they are really slow rolling it this year. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I think was it you who said, or maybe me? It just feels like they're lazy right now.
Yeah.
Putting out this similar content. So I like, with the amount of hype that I had last year, and the Madden YouTubers were still going strong on Madden, even after MLB released. That was kind of like, oh, MLB, huh? I think we lost one Madden YouTuber that I remember. I think TD jumped ship to Madden full time last year. What is it? TD Barrett jumped. TD Barrett, yeah. He blew up. So good for him when he jumped to MLB. But like, not many other Madden YouTubers actually jumped because it was still a pretty darn exciting time. So I think 17's like Toka said this, and I've said it, and you've said it, and it's kind of boring. And I think that's why you're saying people are jumping ship, because it's a good change of pace, because it's kind of just the same thing over and over, wash, rinse, and repeat type promos. It's very much like a wax on, wax off type here situation. So I don't know. But I will say, for anybody, if you got a PS4, I would pick up the show. If you like baseball. If you don't like baseball, don't pick it up. But I really like the way they do Diamond Dynasty. But back to Madden.
I'm gonna check out baseball. I'm gonna check out the game soon. So you guys might be seeing stuff on my channel, even though I don't know anything about baseball.
It'll be an adventure.
Be out here making people mad. Do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do, man. Why are you yelling at me? I'm just trying things out. Okay, I'm gonna go play 2K now.
I think the best one. Yeah, I think the best way to learn it is to play it on stream, because then you can ask people what's going on right now, and then your chat will get you. They'll hook you up with the answers.
All right. That's a good idea. All right, cool.
All right, so next up, we got a salary cap update.
Yep.
There was some consternation in the competitive community about this, about how they like to tank positions to get like real playmakers out there, and the fact that they made it a minimum threshold for a lot of these cards, like every fullback I think is 10 or something. I have to go look at the exact numbers. I don't remember off the top of my head. So like, you can't specifically tank these guys down to single digits to open up more cap space. Makes I think a lot of the competitors said it makes you'd less be able to say customize your lineup how you want. Although the reason that they made the change is so that way we don't constantly see the same 5 salary cap players on each team. So that way we see a variety of them all at the same price, at the low end of the price spectrum. They also raised, I think, the cap. So I know they put out a poll on Twitter asking competitors what they'd prefer the cap to be at. So we'll see where that goes. But I don't know. Interesting updates to the salary cap mode. Any thoughts on it, Texas?
It's weird because I don't know why they were. I know why they did it, because like you said, I don't want them exposing the game's kind of flawed and people using bronze linemen and stuff like that, and they rather punish guys, I guess, for trying to cheat and tank positions, just use different players so that way they can get different players out here. I like that they adjusted. I just don't know why they trying to raise the cap up. Like, I think, why would you raise these players' salary cap and then just to raise the cap? Because they can still tank again. That seems kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, they just use the same players.
Yeah, like if you're gonna raise the salary, if it's gonna be 1,000 minimum or 950 or whatever the hell it was before, and you raise the player's salary cap up, then it changes what you'd be able to watch. But if it's at 1075, which I think I saw it was, you can still tank. It's kind of doesn't make much sense to me. But they did lower Michael Vick's salary cap. They did fix that because they messed that up completely when they tried to make him like unusable in salary cap.
Well, the thing was, he was still used. I still watched Young Kiv use him in a tournament. What are the competitor tournaments, or what the hell were they called? This
was it the Club Series?
Club Series. There it is. Sorry, okay. I lost it for a second. I still saw him use Vick, and I'm like, okay, well, obviously he's that game changing. So I don't know. I think the competitive community didn't like him, so I'd expect to see a lot of Vicks if they lowered his price. I didn't actually hear about that they lowered his price. How much did they lower it by?
he was at 108, and now he's at 95 and 99 for his career tribute. So
Okay.
it was like 9 points. It's not much, but he's like the fact that he was 180 made no sense to me. Like you just punished him for being 95, 96 speed.
Yeah.
That's all you think you're doing because he's still gonna fumble the ball like every other quarterback is in this game. He's not gonna truck anybody. He's gonna just run, fumble the ball, throw the ball down the field deep, and that's all he's gonna do. But the fact that because I think Paul made a good point on his stream. He said because Vick is 20 speed higher than Tom Brady, that requires him to have 40 salary cap points higher. And he pointed out that Russell Wilson's Super Bowl card was 24 speed higher than the other Tom Brady, and he had the same salary cap. So it just didn't make much sense in that when it came to what they were trying to accomplish with putting him out with that higher salary cap.
Well, okay. Well, we know this. As you approach the top end of the curve for speed, every point matters. And you could say about quarterbacks, whatever, but like Vick plays a lot better than Russell Wilson. I've used them both. Vick is, I don't want to say miles, but significantly better than Russell Wilson for throw power speed. You can look at it. Oh, it's I don't know, what is it, +4 or something around there, +5. But like the difference between a 96 speed running back and what is Russell's speed? I should look this up before.
91 speed for Russell Wilson.
So a 91 speed running back versus a 96 speed running back. That's pretty dramatic. I mean, that's getting caught from behind versus getting a touchdown. Like
I agree.
When Vick came out, he was also the best running back in the game. And the best receiver.
Nah, I can't
except for his receiving stats.
No, I can't because the carrier. I don't know how they get this game coded, but quarterbacks and their carrier just like how did they fumble so much? Like he had all that carry when you can still get tackled and the ball pops out.
Yeah,
meanwhile, you can use Derrick Henry for 14 runs in a row and he may not fumble the ball.
I don't know. Yeah, well, that's a quarterback versus running back thing. I think they might have special coding in there for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But based on his carrying, his carrying is really low. That's a good point. But I'm saying if you gave him like the RB number when he came out and every other card was at like 91, 92 speed, now we're getting cards in the mid 90s, of course, so he's not as dramatically different. But like that's crazy. Like he is still the best quarterback in the game by a distance. Throw power, speed, everything. Like this game, like we said earlier, revolves around speed. But
it does. And you just said this card was going to be just plug and forget forever. So like this is basically the in-game quarterback. The salary cap just makes sense. Because if he was Michael Vick in 2004 in Madden in the pocket, then I can understand that. But everybody in the pocket is the same speed. And even running down the field, he'll still may get caught by the new Jalen Smith that just came out, the Shaziers that they'll be using over there in that mode where it's not going to be like he's going out there running by those bronze linemen, which that's not going to tackle him regardless. Like it's the linebacking, the safeties are all going to be elite, be able to stop Michael Vick. I couldn't understand why they made him that high of a salary cap just because they didn't want anybody using him.
Yeah, well, I think they wanted it because it's a huge trade-off because he is that big of a game changer. Like I have footage of me using, I think it was the 94 Shaz, dead sprint chasing after Vick behind the line of scrimmage. I didn't catch Vick with that Shaz, and he ended up going for like 30 yards against me before the rest of my defense could rally to him. And as much as people complain behind the line of scrimmage, he's still significantly more mobile behind the line of scrimmage than other quarterbacks.
I guess I gotta use him again. I didn't use the 96 feet. I used the other one, and I enjoyed my time with him, but he got caught from behind twice, and I just said, "Nah, I'm not worth my coins."
Now, do you do the rollout where you tap the right trigger?
Yeah. Oh. It wasn't rollout. It wasn't in the pocket. It was because that stuff's cheese, especially if you know your right tackle's gonna get beat, so you just like go right your right tackle, gets ran by, so it's just easy. But like he got caught down the field twice. I'm like, yeah, we're good, Vic. yeah, no.
Well, did they have an angle on him?
I don't care. You got Michael Vick in the open field. You shouldn't be caught.
Oh man, angles. You can catch anybody with angles, man.
Not down the field. I mean, if you like, no, yes, you can because angles like straight lines is fastest way. But somebody, I understand that. I'm not getting caught from behind, and I got clips, and I'm like, yeah, nah. That dude should look at Vic. That dude should look and be like, I'm 30 yards away.
I'm good.
I'm not catching up. Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, what's the point? Waste my energy here. That happens in real life. You know how many players probably catch somebody, like, you know what? I'm 30 yards out. I could probably chase him down, but then I'll be tired on kickoff coverage, and then I may end up giving up a return.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Why? Wait. Why would they be on kickoff coverage if they're trying to?
Gronkowski was on PATs and he broke his arm. So I mean, sometimes good players get out there and do things.
I'm just saying if they score, would
kickoff coverage.
Return. Yeah. No, I'm messing with you.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
No, I misspoke.
I misspoke all the time. I'm sorry that I'm an asshole, and
No, you're good. You're good.
you don't
It
correct
makes
me.
sense. I wasn't paying attention. I was in the heat of the moment, just mad at Michael Vick getting caught from behind by some cornerback that tackled him.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, fair. Let's move on. We'll move on from the Vick cap debacle. Overall, like, we'll see how the salary cap plays out and how that final competitive tournament plays out. I know they got one more to go on draft champions, and in my opinion, and we've stated this before, draft champions should not be competitive, Madden. They need to fix that for 18. But hashtag make milestones great again. Kralo did a video on this. We've talked a few times on this podcast about milestones. You've done some pretty good rants on them yourself. Any other thoughts you'd like to add to milestones, or are you comfortable with what we've said before?
I mean, I think I didn't watch the video. Sorry, Kralo, but I'm pretty sure you discussed things that we have in the past about what we want to see with the milestones. I just want to add a comment. Why can't they milestone limited time cards? Because that would make the milestones because it would bring value to limited time cards over in this game. Because it's no point to pick them up. Why pick up the limited time Toby Gerhard, to pick up the limited time Bradley Roby, when they're just going to milestone the other guy with better chemistries?
Yeah, because they're the same stats, and the only difference is like one like chemistry, but times two instead of a whole other chemistry.
Yeah, like, I can understand milestoning I don't mind the milestoning of the Ultimate Legends, because the Ultimate Legend sets aren't better than the other version. Like, there's no way they can get better, because usually the Ultimate Legend has the not limited version has like -2 here, -2 there, and it's usually in speed, which is more important. And with the other cards that are not different by any measurement other than just having this extra chem, you can't milestone them just to give them the same type of chem, so that way people who already have those cards, people who are spending the extra 100,000, 200,000 coins on that card, can get the Bradley Roby a double lockdown, double pick specialist. Like, that'd be kind of game changing. But no, they just reward the not people who are cheap and the guys who are spending the money and pulling packs for those cards are like, nah, you're good. You can just hold on to that card. It's limited time, it has a different picture, it looks nicer, but I mean, you're not going to be able to get the chemistries that you want with it.
Yeah, you're paying for artwork basically. I would agree. Like, you should be able to milestone the limited or the set version. But I think their picks for milestones have also been pretty poor. Like, why don't they milestone the current all rookie promo cards? Instead of the ones that have been out of packs for a while, because there's actually a lot of all rookie cards on the market right now. Whereas those old sets are like, there's like half dozen on the market.
Yeah, and they keep doing a milestoning of the SIG players, which I don't think anybody's doing those sets, because Elite Badge is about 30,000 coins. And it takes 20 of them, so 20 times 30 is 600K.
Insane.
And you can basically pull one card that makes your coins back. Like, they're just not choosing. They're choosing cards that are already like good, so they can make better choices. They can also ask us what we want to see, because we give them suggestions. They just choose to not listen to us.
Yeah, for those SIG packs, they should give like 3 cards there.
Should give something, or if they're gonna, it should be less badges, like, just accordingly. I kind of like, I mentioned this in the past, and just quick tangent. They could make some of these sets static depending on what the value is, like that day of certain things, just to maybe, I don't know, it may require extra work, but if elite badges are like, I don't know, let's say 30K, maybe the set can only require just 10 elite badges, and then we go back down to 20K, put it back up to, like, just keep adjusting it. But I guess they wouldn't. That wouldn't be fair, I guess. But I would like to see something like that, just where it constantly changes, or just maybe make a limited time a set that it can only be done 100 times by everybody, and it takes 5 elite badges for a SIG pack. Like, do stuff like that where you just constantly keep stuff in this game where people are being rewarded for being on at the time, or make things a little bit easier to get.
So you want limited time sets?
Yeah, limited time sets, like just stuff that they can just put in the game real quick and to take out. Just because put in a set that requires 5 elite badge for a SIG pack, and then take out like after 100 people have completed the set.
I mean, that's not terrible. Since they got
be mad at that at home, but that'd be kind of nice to see stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, how many? I guess they'd have to do like some experiments with it, like those limited time packs they had for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of cool seeing like actually how many of certain types of packs were bought and their demand for them. Like, because we don't, like, EA has all that data, but we don't get to see it frequently. So getting to actually see like the burn rate of packs and how quickly the better packs went like and how quickly they're snatched up versus like the ones that kind of sucked value-wise. You're like, oh wow, I guess the Muck community isn't filled with a bunch of idiots that would spend all their money on every single pack out there. Like there's some actually expired with some packs left. I'm like, bravo, good job.
That's kind of funny to watch, especially when they drop. I don't even know what pack it was that was terrible. That I feel like nobody even came close to finishing buying.
Yeah.
But also because the servers are kind of being wonky that day.
No, maybe.
I know some people were having issues with that, but like the pro packs went pretty quickly, but then everything else went relatively slow.
Yeah, pro packs were good value. They
50 cents a pack? No, that was lit.
Yeah. I wasn't on at the time. I didn't see it, but good job for those people that were. All right, so moving on, a little David Johnson gave a little bit of a catch tweet, little levity here. He wanted his Madden catching rating updated, is what his tweet was, and he was doing some like card catching thing. Do you think, going back to our stats thing earlier with giving Victor Martinez 11 speed, do you think this is why we've gotten all this rating inflation in Madden? Now everybody's got certain speed around the same level, so that way these players, because I've heard stories like the old Raider, I forgot his name, Donnie Moore, he's back at EA now. He said players used to complain to him about their speed rating and how it's not fast enough. So do you think they take that kind of stuff into effect and like I don't know, make their ratings, they make it worse for the game but better for players' egos? Could that play into it at all?
I mean, that'd be kind of bad business just to please one player. But if you're a star bleeper and you want to make that guy happy, then I guess that's what you do.
Yeah, maybe not even consciously. Yeah, you do it like subconsciously. Oh, he's a good guy. Let's give him a couple extra speed.
This is why these things probably needed to be like not. You probably don't need to have control over what ratings are. It should just be what the system is. If a guy ran a 4.4, his speed is in this parameter. If this dude ran a 4.5, he's complaining about his speed. Why are you upgrading his speed?
Well,
I mean, and if a guy doesn't complain, whose speed actually should be faster, you're going to keep it the same. I just kind of opens a Pandora's box right there for people who are actually just going to complain to you about their speed. Just say no. That's your speed in Madden. Keep playing. Well, we'll upgrade you.
Well, Texas is easier. It's easier to be an asshole, like in theory, than it is to be to tell them to their like real life face. Like if Cam Newton comes to you and says, "Hey man, I saw my throw power is only 95 this year. It should really be up 98." You're like, "Oh, okay, Cam." Like it's different when you're like talking to him, and then you like say you'll take a look at it. I don't know.
I mean, I understand that it's kind of hard. I mean, these are people too, obviously. Like, all right, you want yours to be this high? Just go out there and throw passes. Then I will upgrade you that way. Earn your upgrade. Yeah. It is kind of, you're in a business. Like you can't be out here catering to all the other people who are coming up to you and saying you need this. It's like if you run a restaurant and you don't want to be an asshole to the whole team, so you keep giving them your food. You go out of business eventually.
Yeah.
Like if you just keep doing stuff like that. No, that's a super extreme example. But like if these guys are really not pleased with their ratings, go ahead and just work on your craft and get better. And at the end of the game, it's a video game. If you want your rating 99, go upgrade your damn self. They give you that option. Like create a player and edit cap and edit ratings and just go ahead and make your own damn card. You're good. Yeah. And if you want your own card, just go talk to Guru. He'll make you one of those stupid, ridiculous pro cards that you can have 99 everything on.
Yeah, they do that for every player. They give them that in their own card.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's whatever. Kind of neat. That's the thing. Like they have such good relationships with the players. It's kind of like I don't know, a little bit of nudge. Hey, you want to sign jersey? And then like you're like not even like conscious. Like you're like, oh, he's a good guy. I'm gonna give him 3 more block shed this year.
Some transaction where they're just like cheating their way to get higher ratings. Like, I'm gonna send them a full signed jerseys. And they're gonna give you 99 speed. It's a good exchange.
Yeah. Or like not even like speed because that could be based on that is based on a lot of the 40 times and measurements stuff like that. But like block shedders don't. But that goes back to the reason why everybody kind of looks the same, so they don't piss anybody off. Like, can you imagine? Like, what's that old lineman that got like the worst rating in Madden that wrote a letter to John Madden? I don't know. It was a hilarious letter, but like giving somebody a low rating, it kind of pisses them off. They take it personally. Like a lot of these guys play the actual video game of Madden, so giving them terrible ratings. Like say they change up their ratings next year, and I don't know who's very conscious of their ratings. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it would exactly.
I know in basketball Hassan Whiteside is, but I don't know anything about like football.
Okay.
Players.
Yeah, football players that care about the rating. But like, say you give a running back, if they completely redo the ratings, like I say, give him like a 70-something speed. He's gonna take the Twitter, and then EA's gonna get on Twitter and be like, oh, sorry, whatever. Like, and then I got the PR stuff. Anyways, that's I guess not that big of a deal. All right, let's move on to coin bundles coming out. What do you think of that coming out finally with coin bundles?
I don't know why they didn't do it from the get-go. I'm cool with it being in the game, but I don't know what the holdup was on them being released, considering that there's no discount. So only thing it does is just save people time from going to the store and buying packs. So it's cool they dropped it. The timing's kind of fishy to drop it at the same time MLB The Show comes out.
Yeah,
but it's interesting that they decided to do that now and not give you a discount for buying it in bulk. So you basically, if you want 80 packs, it'll still cost you 600,000 coins.
Yeah, not bad for pack openings. Like, so that way you can just
more convenient.
Yeah, makes it easier to do them. But I don't know. Like, do you think they never gave a break for those things in the past few years when coin bundles came out, right? Do we expect them to give breaks for bundles?
I would think so, just because if you give even if it's a little bit, like, I feel like it should be like there's something, because you get one with money, which you probably should though. But I don't know. I feel like they just need to do a little bit more for probably a little bit more of a discount, stuff like that.
I can see that being true. Like, it makes sense. I feel like they should, but they didn't, and we can't really expect much else. But cool that they actually did listen to us and put coin bundles in, because we did ask that quite frequently. All right, so what we call semi-sweet motivators came out too, the competitive rewards. The chemistry kind of on those motivators boost your group of players. What are your thoughts on those players that came out? They're quite expensive.
I'm actually pretty salty that I quick sold my collectible. I had 185 of them, so if I would have played like 2 seasons, I could have got like 1. But I like the fact that they did something with them. I was hoping for more. I don't want to say better players. Like, I don't really care for some of their chems, like the Lamar Miller, the backfield one. That's just a quarterback and fullback. Like, that's not really anything too crazy. But some of them actually are pretty nice. Like the Ronald Darby, he boosts secondary, which is like 4 players. That's 5 players. Yeah, you got the quarterback number 3, and then you got the Earl Thomas, which is nice. So I'm actually kind of cool with some of the ones that actually came out. With Tyron Smith is nice to boost 5 positions. So they did do a good job with basically bringing value to people who have had a bunch of collectibles in their binders forever, hoping that they will need them for Ultimate Master, or they will need them for newer competitive players. So some of these players are actually pretty easily for what you get for grinding that many games.
Yeah, once I think I quick sold a bunch of competitive, because I ran out of binder space. Mm-hmm. So I saw they didn't do anything for Ultimate Master, and I think I quick sold mine to get binder space, and then I stopped doing that. I think I would have over 200 right now if I didn't quick sell mine too. So working my way back there though. Anyways, I like the idea of the cards. I think these cards and their bonuses should be applied to like position coaches. I think next year, if we can get coaches in the game, where like you get a receiver coach with some receiver coaches have different types of boosts, kind of like head coaches almost, but motivator boosts. I think it's a good idea. I got nothing bad to say. It's kind of crazy how expensive they are now, but that's about it. I mean, they've gone up in price dramatically.
Yeah, it's because they're not going to be cards you can get easily. 200 game, I think somebody broke the math down. It's like, I think he said 16 hours. I was like, so many games you got to play and win to get these collectibles.
Wait,
so
16 hours? That's very low.
16, that's a lot of time though. If you think about it, like
maybe like 6D hours.
I think he said 16 hours. I think he said if you go undefeated and each game takes about half an hour, I think he said 16 hours is what you can do to be able to get these collectibles. But you got to go undefeated. Like, you got to win every last one of your games.
And like all Madden first?
Yeah. Well, no. The rewards are the same. It's just the coins you get that are different. I think all the rewards are the same collectible wise. I think you get more coins for being an all Madden first.
Are you sure?
I think that's the case. I may be wrong about that because I have went undefeated before and got like 10 or 11 or 12. How many collectibles you get? But I think the coins are much different. I can go check right now to see the breakdown.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Oh no, this is the old one. Darn it. Head to head.
Yeah, so right now, actually no, I'm wrong about it. Yeah, you're right. So if you're an All Madden first, you get 5 competitive collectibles for 7 wins. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you do get more division games. You get 5 competitive badges, and then that's interesting. Okay. So you get more for being an All Madden first. Yeah, if you basically do, if you're the best player of all time, if you're the swerve god, as Shemai would say, and just cheese your way to success, you can get this done. But I don't know if that's worth it though. It'd be easier to go out and get a job and get the black market up.
Yeah, sell drugs. All right, so we also got 50% off contracts this weekend.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I mean, at this point in the game, who needs contracts? I mean, I feel like I can ask because somebody probably does need contracts, but I mean, what solo challenge are you playing? Like you should be done now.
Yeah, really. I mean, I guess you could be grinding out on separate accounts. The same, what is it, Gauntlet or Journey or whatever's out right now. Damn it, my brain's not working. Journey 3, Journey 4, whichever one.
Yeah, it is.
We need a Gauntlet. I think we'll get it. I think we'll get some Gauntlet stuff, right? Because as Tom said, they got feedback on that not being able to complete Ultimate Master, and he said, "Oh, we're aware of that, and we're gonna look to fix it. So maybe we'll get another Gauntlet."
I wonder if they're going to fix it. They said look. That's the key word.
Oh, fix it. Well, that's what you got to do. You can't promise anything. Under promise, over deliver.
Well, should answer that question now, but as all because it'd be a nice surprise if they just came out with it. Because now people are going to expect it because they mentioned it.
That's true.
Yeah, a Gauntlet's not what we needed though, because it's not the Gauntlet that's holding people back. It was holding people back from getting Ultimate Master. It's the Team Hero collectibles.
No, it's a Gauntlet because if you got the game late, you won't be able to do enough of them for the mid-season and the Ultimate.
No, you only need 2 collectibles.
Yeah, and you don't have any.
You have 1 that you can get.
Yeah.
So the Gauntlet's not holding people back though. It's the hero badges though, because like right now my binder, I got 2 Man of the Month collectibles, which I wish I could sell. Imagine we sell it. You know what they can do? Just let me auction it off. Let me auction it. That'd be kind of nice. So somebody can go out and buy it and get Ultimate Master done. But I have a bunch of Gauntlet collectibles still too for doing the Gauntlet stuff. So a Gauntlet would be nice to have, but that's the least of your worries if you're trying to get Team Heroes done. Or get the Master done.
I thought it was impossible to actually do it because of the Gauntlet stuff.
Well, I guess technically it is because you can get the heroes if you do the positional sets. And I guess you can't get the Gauntlet one unless you. That's okay. So I guess you're technically right, but still, who's going to be knocking out 30 of those positional sets?
Nice. Glad technically right is the best way of being right. All right, so we're getting golden tickets here coming up hopefully shortly. I saw some Twitter twaddle on Twitch about them not doing it, but I think Rockets was in my Twitch chat, and he said, you know who likes golden tickets better than the MUT community? EA shareholders. So the fact that it brings so much revenue to the mode, he says there's no way they're getting rid of golden tickets. And I countered with, well, if it's so great for EA shareholders, why don't they do it on FIFA? And I don't know why they don't do golden tickets on FIFA. Maybe because their game isn't as responsive as MUT is. But it seems like an easy way to make cash there, too.
Yeah, because they don't got to do any of the work. They just let us do all the work. They put something in the game, and then we end up making them great content. At that point, I'm trying to think of an example that's like apples to apples, where it's kind of like, we get paid, though, because we get compensated. We're kind of NCAA athletes when it comes to that, where they make money off our backs.
Well, no, I mean, still, they got to do the artwork. They got to do all that stuff. I wouldn't say it's like making money off our backs. Most of the work is still on EA's side.
Nah, none of that works on their side. None of that works on their side because we're the ones that make these cards the reason people want to pull packs for.
Oh, yeah.
We're the ones that know what matters because they'll put out ratings 99 strength and be like, oh, this stuff matters. Meanwhile, we're like, nah, fuck that. We're going to come out here and you're going to get this cornerback, 99 block shed. We ain't touching the strength. We ain't touching the wear. We touching the stuff that we know works. and people like that better.
Well,
and it's also,
I mean, some of the people that make these cards let's say, grab the proper updates over other ones, but not every single golden ticket is going to be great because people are going to miss on a few stat categories. But anyways, yeah, I hopefully in the next, I think a lot of people say this weekend for silver tickets, next weekend for golden tickets, but I guess we will see for sure. All right, any other talks on golden tickets? Texas?
What's up?
Did you have anything else to say on golden tickets?
I did not actually. I thought that was it. I mean, other than if you guys do get a pull golden ticket, let me know so I can help you make a good card.
Exactly.
I got your back.
Talk to Texas. All right. Campus Heroes. Now, we talked a little before the show. You said they improved Campus Heroes a little bit. Can you respond?
All right. So 2 weeks ago, I think that's when Campus Heroes at an all-time low. This is before the Asktom AMA over on Twitter. They dropped. This is the lowest point because if you guys know anything about football, you know the best left tackle in the league is probably Joe Thomas. Probably shouldn't talk a lot because he says dumb things when he speaks, but that's a different discussion.
Wait, what? What do you say?
No, I don't want to get into it. People might get mad about Colin Kaepernick and him not being a good quarterback and all that stuff.
Oh, did Joe Thomas give a hot take on Colin Kaepernick?
He gave a hot take, said he's not good. Fall back, Joe Thomas. Your quarterback's not, he'd be the best quarterback you ever played with, dickhead.
It's probably true.
But yeah, Joe Thomas is the best left tackle in the Browns. And when EA did a Campus Hero program, they dropped the left tackle in a Browns uniform that wasn't Joe Thomas. I'm like, yo, these players are garbage. There are a bunch of players, nobody even knew their name. You get that Nigerian cornerback. You have the Jason Marlins guys that nobody ever wanted. And then we let our voice be heard saying that these improve. And last week was kind of the start, but this week we got some actually good players. So I think last week the best player we ended up getting was like the Jimmy Ward and the Shane Ray. But this week, Jalen Smith and then the set legend or the set campus legend being that Joe Hayden. That's some improvement. So we're actually getting players that are usable because that Doomerville we got is garbage. I don't know if you guys compare Doomerville to anybody. I think it's a right end. If you go compare him to like a good like average price right end is going for probably let's just say like $100K. That it's not good. It's terrible. So we're starting to get players that are actually going to make the roster on people's teams now, and I'm kind of glad they went ahead and made the switch because before they were god awful.
Yeah. I mean, EA, I know they say they make content for different people, but the people that are making content before, I don't know if they were, knuckleheads or something. But I would agree. It's good to get guys that can compete with some pretty good rosters, or at least be up there in recognizable names. Like, do you think? I don't know. What do you think they should change it up the promo more? Is it kind of gotten stale, or do you like the way they're doing Campus Heroes?
Well, I don't.
What about this? Like a theme week, like Campus Heroes, all Campus Heroes from Texas one week, all Campus Heroes from University of Florida.
That would be kind of nice to see, just to give us a little like a set. Like because back in Math 13, they had a campus. The reason why we got Campus Heroes and they could actually use college names back then. We had a Virginia Tech set, and you had to collect these gold cards and possibly some silvers, maybe some rookie cards they had, and you got a Virginia Tech Cam Chancellor. Nice. And it was stuff like that where you can do a set with just these gold players that go into it. They can do stuff like that, but their whole goal is just to force you to pull packs. Like, so I would like them to do stuff like that where it's a bit different, but they just don't. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want to just give us sets that allow us to do this, because you can get the Joe Hayden. Like, there's no Joe Hayden right now on the Xbox on Xbox One that aren't limited time because he's in packs. So I like how they got limited time cards in packs. I wish they were a little bit better stat-wise, because if you're going to pull that guy out of a pack, I feel like you should be rewarded with like a little bit better of a like 94 speed versus 92 speed cornerback.
Yeah.
But I would like to see them do it. Like what you said was actually pretty cool. Just if they're going to give us the items in packs, maybe just all Texas one week. And then you can go Texas, you can go for Alabama, Montana. There's school in Montana?
Yeah, there's a few schools in Montana.
Okay, no, F Montana. Michigan. I know Michigan got players. I don't know anything about Montana. They can do stuff like that. That'd be kind of nice to see. Or they can just do sets. They can change it up to give us a little bit different taste instead of giving us the same spoonful every single week.
Yeah, I think so. Instead of getting Browns every week. All right. Yeah. So So we're getting updated rewards for the signature guys, the award winners, and the NFL veterans, and I know they're kind of rare. We talked before this. What about the TND rewards? They haven't updated that at all. And Texas, you said you can still pull the original players from those TND packs. So I didn't know that you could because I don't really do TND. For those who don't know, Tuesday night drafts. It's a draft champions event every Tuesday night. You get boosted odds and. So Texas, what do you think about TND and the reward structure and your thoughts on that as it continues forward?
I think at this point I gotta change it just because the players that are in these sets, like there's a couple players that are still good. I think the best play you can get out of the set now is either the Muhammad Wilkerson or the Jameis Winston. But the fact that you gotta win. So this is why they gotta change up the rewards because those cards are the best, but you're not guaranteed them. Let's say you spend. You spend 6 weeks. You win 7 games every Tuesday, or 6 games every Tuesday. I don't know why I said 7. You win 6 games every Tuesday to get yourself a free Elite TND player. And then you do that over the course of 6 weeks. You put the Elites into the auctionable hero set, and you get an 85 overall TJ McDonald. That's not fun. You spent this entire amount of time playing grinding. While you do get competitive badges, and the TND is kind of something extra, getting an 85 overall for an auctionable elite that's going for like 20K is not worth anybody's time.
Yeah.
And so the reward structure they have right now is kind of dumb. I mean, with the award winners, the season's veterans, and also the SIG players, they removed all the other ones that nobody wants and put new ones in. And you only can pull 95 or higher out of those particular sets, or well, at least out of the SIG packs, 95 or higher. You can, and the award winners are just all new players. But I don't know why with the TND they just think that doing bare minimum is like, oh, this is something extra, so we're not going to give you new players. We're going to give you can still pull old ones. I don't see how that's fair.
Yeah, I agree. When they updated Draft Champions, they should have totally updated that too. And I got a question. Are they keeping Draft Champions updated for the Ultimate Legends every week still?
Yes, so I think shout out to the competitive guys though, because so when Draft Champions first got updated, it was pretty cool. TND was amazing, like the elites popping out were crazy, and then they just recently re-updated it because there's different rounds that are more. You get like I think the first 3 rounds are like crazy, and the last 3 are pretty nice as well. And you can get new legends, limited time players over there now. So limited time players are obviously better than the unlimited because you get the +2 speed on some cards. And so they're keeping it updated with newer players over there, and that's just because the competitive players are asking for it. So keep asking because they listen to you guys. They don't listen to us, but y'all guys keep asking for them to keep that mode updated. It helps us YouTubers out a lot.
Yeah, they do have quite the pull with the Madden guys on Twitter. That and I think because the Matt Markow is a pretty big deal over in Madden, and he's the competitive guy, and he is very active on Twitter. So the fact that they can bug him and then he can make things happen is a big bonus for the competitive guys for being seen and stuff, and getting their wishes wanted. And it's plus the next tournament's in Draft Champions anyway, so it's good for them to keep it updated. All right, so a couple last things. Let's talk about the I'll rearrange the order a little bit. The 2000 VIP solos. We got a little bit of reward, a little bit of surprise. What was that last week that came out?
Yep. That came out last Wednesday.
Now,
last Thursday?
Did you do 2000 solos?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. What's your solo count at?
2,200.
Nice. So did you end up doing the VIP?
Yep. I went ahead and finished it. By the way, if you guys know, the last solo sequence is glitched. If they punt the ball and it goes out of bounds or goes in the end zone, it's a touchdown. It's weird.
How do I get that? How do I get that in head to head? What's that?
I don't have any idea, man. I was doing a live stream. I was like, whoa, what happened? So they punted the ball and it went out of bounds. They're at the 10-yard line. It became 4th and 28, their ball, and they kicked the field goal. I'm like, how did that? Okay, that's weird. So yeah, it's kind of glitched on the last set of solos, but yeah, I got it unlocked, and stuff. I know a few other people did for the 94 overall Kelvin Benjamin that came out, and it wasn't. I'm cool with it. I mean, I was cool with the grind of it. It's kind of cool to give us something for playing 2,000 games.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a dedication to their game,
right?
So that's cool.
Right?
I like that.
But there's a thing a theory I have though. I don't think that this was thought up and made in that week from the AMA. because I don't know if you follow Guru on Twitter, but sometimes he kind of tells on himself. He kind of tells on himself when he asked if anybody completed the 500 solos, like that was new. And then he said, did anybody complete the 1,000 solos? I think that this was supposed to be something they were dropping. Like, it's just supposed to be Easter eggs in the game that you unlock for knocking out solos that they probably decided not to do because of the amount of solos that are coming over in this game every single day and every single week, that people would have got some of these pretty good cards early on, so they had to hold these cards off from being released. Because these names are just, like, their puns are out of control. Like, their puns are. So one of the solos, like, so the first set of solos, or first two, are you play against tiny players, and the last two is it was big players. So so one of them is called "Hold Me Closer, Tiny Panther," and one says "Feeling a Little Horse." So like these puns are out of control. So I don't think this is something they came up with in a week. There's no way. I think these things are supposed to be in the game since day one. And whenever you got 2,000 solos unlocked, or 1,000 or 1,500, they're supposed to reveal a new one.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, if you get a bunch of people in a room together, how long will it take to come up with a bunch of puns? Let's be honest. Like, it's going to be like 2 hours.
No, I don't. That's a waste of time. Honestly, I feel like this is in the game for. I mean, it's true, but these are just too good, man.
They got tons of puns. They've been punning on solos all year, though.
I know, but those things take a while, though. Like they make them up, obviously, but I don't think that I don't think this is something they came up within a week.
I know. I heard. I don't know, through the grapevine from something
like this one. Do or do not. There is no try. That is what. Like what is that? That's so, because the Panther got a guy in the team named Try Turner. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's not stuff you come up with in a week. I'm telling you.
Well, I have it from inside sources that the guy that comes up with those puns is hilarious. So I can see that being his like main job is to come up with.
He has a job in EA where he just comes up with puns.
Come up with puns.
The Tolbert report, like no, this is not in a week. I'm going to go to my grave saying that one, chemistry, they didn't know what to do with it this year. Also, don't press Calvin Johnson, and also they did not come up with this in a week. They had this in the game probably for a while. They just released it because it was something to release. Because it doesn't make any sense. Why would they just do 500 and then go to 2,000? That's such a weird structure, a weird number.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with your thoughts on that. I do think they probably had a 1,001 planned and then they scrapped it for some reason. Just like they probably had some other things with the what's that Ultimate Feast or Ultimate Frost? Randy, you know that Randy Moss glitch with those collectibles? I guarantee they had something else planned for those collectibles because that was a long time between Randy Moss coming out and the end of that promo. It was like almost a month. I bet you they had some other thing, but then when that glitch happened, they ended up scrapping it.
Probably so. I wonder how many things just die before we actually get to see.
It's probably quite a bit. I bet. Like where something comes up and they're like, oh shoot, we can't release that now. Like YouTube videos, I think I have myself 3. With one video I put a ton of time into, more than I'm willing to admit, but and I couldn't release it because something happened. So I think EA is the same way. They put out much more content than I do, and it just happens. It's stuff you can't release. All right. Anyways, unless there's anything else you want to talk about with the 2,000 VIP solos.
Oh yeah, Kelvin Bender's trash, by the way. So if you guys are gonna pick one up, I want to recommend it. He's slow. Spec catches, like the aggressive catch is not as good as it was last year. Not worth your coins.
Okay, thanks for the tip. Thanks for the quick review there. Finally, I just want to give a heads up to people still with us. Muthead is doing, it's on the front page of their thing, so you probably may have already seen it, a $2,500 Buffalo Wild Wings gift card giveaway by doing their pack opening. So definitely check that out, front page of Muthead. Hopefully you can get some gift cards.
I tried that for like an hour. I didn't get nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I feel like they're kind of doing those Madden pack off things. Like, limited time cards are in packs for like, they're supposed to be in packs for like a day, and they end up being in packs for like a month. That's that thing happened. Like, I think it was last year, actually. I don't know if you remember this, limited time. I think it was like golden tickets, actually, were in packs for a week. Yeah. That's kind of how I think Muthead's doing this stuff, where it's going to be in packs for the full 24 hours.
Well, was it because the golden tickets were numbered?
Yeah, they were numbered, and they did not come out the entire that weekend. They were in their packs until that next weekend, which was ridiculous.
Well, that just
that pack was just so bad, dog.
yeah, that just goes to show you how much the Ultimate Master, Ultimate Legend bosses come out, and their drop rate for 2 days is probably similar. And
Yeah,
if it takes like a week to get 200 golden tickets out, crazy.
it didn't make much sense. Like, I'm cool if it make a slow roll, but I feel like it should kind of be. It shouldn't last a week. I feel like it should probably just last that weekend. And so, however that many it takes for that weekend is how it should go.
So you like the 48 hours over the numbered?
Well, no, I like numbered better back in Man 13, just because it was first come first serve. Whereas now it can't be first come first serve. They got to please the guys on the West Coast who are still asleep when the golden tickets drop. So, like, for example, if they do drop like a golden ticket that's limited to 50, and it drop at 9:30 on a Saturday on the East Coast, what is that, like 6:30 West Coast?
Well, it'd be 10:30. It'd be 10:30 East
10:30,
Coast.
10:30,
Is that
10:30.
so? That'd be
So-
7:30
7:30, yeah, 7:30 on Saturday morning. Some people are probably still asleep.
and hungover. Yeah.
So that's why they had a slow roller, because I know my man E-Rock used to get mad because he had to work, and they used to drop, I think, limited time cards on Friday night at like, I want to say 7, and so he would still be at work. This is not fair for us in the office, and then so that's why I think that's why they changed the format up to where now you're not necessarily guaranteed to pull something if you're the first person or first like people to pull packs. It's more, I don't know the algorithm or the timing of it. It just seems like it's on something a little bit different than
It's
what
probably
it was
they
previously.
probably just lowered the odds in each pack, right? Like now, instead of like 1 out of 100 chance of getting it, you get like 1 out of 100,000.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah. But that is it for me, Texas. Anything else you got before we wrap it up?
Congratulations again on 1 year of this.
Yeah, and congratulations to you too for, I don't know, just being a cool dude.
Appreciate it. We'll try to get to another 100. Why say 100? I was going to go like 104.
Yeah, 100 is a good another threshold we're gonna get to. 104.
104, another year of this. 100, big year for 100. We get a guess for that. Maybe we can go ahead and get like the president on for episode 100 or something. He may want to hop on this podcast real quick.
Like the president of the United States. You going for Donald Trump?
This is what we can do, man. That'd be good for us.
Yeah,
He may say some cool stuff on here about him, but maybe he wants to make Muck great again. You never know.
that would be, I think, harder than making America great again.
What better pack odds? It wouldn't happen. That'd be one thing Trump couldn't do.
No. The one thing you can't change is pack odds.
That'd be funny. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Texas. Thanks once
You
again.
too.
And have a wonderful week. You guys out there also enjoy your week.
Yes, sir. Bye, guys.